This is Lance from Lance's Autoblog, and I'm back with a new video. And this one is, it was supposed to be a tune session only, but this car turned out to be more complicated. So the customer has a 2022 Ford Raptor, beautiful truck, had some work already previously done on it, and the car was just going to be a tune session, supposed to be cut and dry, really sounding good. But it turns out that the customer actually took the car and had someone tune it, not once, but had it tuned twice by somebody else, which is okay. I get it, no problem. But we found out after that, the first tune, the customer started blowing speakers, and he had some good speakers, Focal K2s in this truck. And what the system consisted of: Focal K2 two-way system, Focal coaxes for the rear. They did sound scan editing. They did everything on it, in which he did himself or had somebody do it, and that part was done very, very, very well. Even had an amp rack done, which was done pretty decently from the standpoints of what it is. Now, what you saw is what I just showed you was what we had to break down, because in the process of me just trying to tune the car, there was little things I had to face. I found out that the right rear speaker, in the process of just listening to it, the right rear speaker was blown, so I had to replace that with a brand new set. So if I do one, I try to do them both. And then the left front tweeter was out of phase, and that's easily correctable just from changing just polarity on the wires. So I fixed that, and then I started to tune the car. So the car system, as far as amp goes, it had an audio control D4800 and the audio control LC1500 for the subs, and it has two nice woofers and a beautiful box. It was done by JT over at Automotive Entertainment, which is here, and I recommended him to buy the box here. So I started tuning the car. The car started sounding amazing. Did a lot of things right. Everything was sounding really good. And then right at the end, the amplifier had an issue, and it wasn't the amplifier's fault. In this case, when whoever did the setup for the original tune that blew out the front right speaker and the front right tweeter and blew out the right rear speaker, actually blew out the front left mid bass, which in turn made the amplifier go into protect mode. And then everything just was downhill. So now we decided to do an upgrade. So from a basic tune setup on a beautiful design system to a little step up in design. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull, well, we already did it. We pulled the Focal crossovers out. We pulled all the wiring out. We're going to go bigger. We're going to go full active. So it's not going to be hard to do. It just, everything's got to be moved. Everything got to be wired. All the wiring has to be redone. I'm going to clean up some of the stuff that was done in the system. It wasn't horrible. It's just not to what I would do. And we'll work backwards from there. So the object is, it's really simple. The wiring is done as far as being ran. It's not complicated. I'm just going to clean everything up, remount the amps, because I got to move one amp from one place to another location, and then literally put it back together. So you'll see that process. Yeah, you see the afterwards. We're just moving amps around, not a big deal. But we're going full active now, and then we're going to get into the tune session, and I'll show you some of the tune session. This is left front without equalization. Here's what the right front crossover looks like, EQ looks like. That's what it looks like on scale. Right front speaker, sorry, left front speaker, EQ. That's the graph. This is the left rear speaker. It's got a big dip here. I don't know, it's probably just something in the car. That's your final EQ. A little something going here, but that's acoustic. That might be the car with the engine running. That's probably in the engine running area. Sub, that's because it's boosted up. You can always turn it down at your level, so you should be good to go. Remove all the tags and system is wrapped. 2 audio control lamps. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So we got this Raptor here, and it's wrapped now. Everything's fixed. All good.